What's up, everybody? We're here at Manvel High School here with Coach Martin. Coach came back here last year. Last year was year one. Now you're in year two. After coming back, Coach, what are you looking forward to with another season? New Year's almost here.
Well, second year back, like you said, excited about, getting, righting the ship and getting this thing going like we know it can go. This year it just seems fresh. It seems like these kids have all, been with me for over a year now and understand, what my expectations are and what kind of culture we're trying to build here through the, that whole Hoka Hey deal and that kind of stuff. So it's been great. I really enjoyed, getting to grow this thing again. We opened it in 06, and started from scratch we got pretty good in a hurry and sustained it, for about 12 years. And so, and then to leave and come back and really felt like we stubbed our toe a little bit last year, weren't nearly up to our standards as far as, our competitiveness and that kind of deal. But, man, I really like our kids. I like the culture that they're growing and the unselfishness that they're showing right now. And I truly think that'll equate to wins on the field.
So, Coach, with that, you're moving in up to 6A this year, moving into a new district. Just talk about some kids you're looking to have good years for you this fall.
Yeah, so we lost 7 teachers because our numbers declined, and but we got bumped up to 6A. Figure that one out. I haven't figured it out yet, but UIL says you can't project your numbers after you've been hit by a new school opening. You can't project your numbers in year 2. Which whatever. I mean, we lost a senior class about 950 and brought in a freshman class about 450. So you can figure that out, but whatever. I mean, we're bumping up to 6A. The cool thing is it's a lot of teams that I'm used to playing, in our 5A district. We were out at Magnolia and playing Fulshire and some other folks that I had really not much experience with and that kind of deal. So we're going back into some friendly foes, or maybe not so friendly. I don't know, but with Pearland and Dawson and Shadow Creek and Alvin and all the Pasadena schools. We're in a 9-team district. We pick up Galveston Ball and Barbers Hill. In preseason, it's going to shake out to be a really good schedule. A very competitive schedule, and we're excited about being in this new district, and albeit 6A. I wouldn't have picked going up to 6A, with 5A numbers, but hey, it is what it is, and you gotta. You can either whine about it or you can get with it, So our kids have chosen to get with it, and our coaches have done a great job preparing them, this summer.
So, Coach, we see Hoka Hey all over here. That was something you brought here. Just talk about that culture and that mentality of Hoka Hey and what you're trying to kind of reestablish here after leaving and coming back.
So Hoka Hey came from the Sioux Lakota. In their language, it means this is a great day to die. Well, obviously, I'm not, advocating that kids die, but I want them to die to their selfish desires. I want them to die to, who gets the credit, who's getting offers and all this other stuff that we all pump into them. I want them to get offers. The greatest day of a coach's career, in my opinion, is when he gets to see those kids get their school paid for. I'm for that. But I don't want that to be their motivation of why they're playing. I want them to play for their teammate. I want them to play for their school. I want them to play for their town. I want to play for their, their school district. I want them to play for, Houston, Houston versus, Dallas or Austin or whoever else, in that state championship game, so it's just an unselfish mentality, to play for your brother next to you, and if you take a focus off yourself and you start pouring into others, all of a sudden you can have something really special. And that's, we were able to capture that lightning in a bottle once, and I'm hoping to, to get to do that again. If you get some talented players, playing really unselfish, playing for each other, playing for the love of the game, playing for the love of their brothers, their coaches, their teammates, and their family, and all that stuff, I think you got something really special. And that's what we're trying to get back. I've been really pleased with we've had 4 or 5 different community service projects, since the summer till now. We had one yesterday after the kids had, you know, a 3-hour practice, you know, after they've been out in that heat, you know, after the coaches went through in service and had a practice, you know, so, you know, it's a deal where, you know, that to me is showing the maturity level of our kids and how they are unselfish and giving back. I mean, they were out there dragging limbs and you know, fixing fences and that kind of stuff, you know, in the community, you know. It's been very refreshing to see, and hopefully it'll equate to wins on the field.
Coach, lastly, just what are your overall expectations for this year's team?
Well, you know, obviously we want to make the playoffs. You know, we missed the playoffs for the first time since 2009, I believe, 9 or 10. I can't remember. You know, once we finally got in, we went to the quarterfinals every year or farther, all the way up until, you know, when I left in 2018. And Kevin Hall did a great job of keeping it going. You know, they went to playoffs every year when he was the head coach, you know, all 5. And then we didn't last year. So that was, you know, huge letdown, you know, for this school, this community, this team, you know, the coaching staff. And so that's our first goal, is to make the playoffs and then really, you know, make a run once we get in, you know. So, you know, I don't know how good we can be, you know, we'll see. I think we can be really good, but you just never know until the bullets start flying and you really get out there, you know, on the field and you know, injuries always play into it, you know. I mean, heck, last year we lose our top 2 starting quarterbacks, you know, and now you're down to a sophomore and you know, we lose our starting center before the season starts, you know. We lose a receiver, you know, right off the bat. You know, we lose a safety right off the bat. So injuries happen to everybody, you know. To me, those are just excuses, right? You know, we didn't get it done, you know, bottom line. And I thought we should have. We should have been in the playoffs. We should have been making a run and didn't get it done. You know, the kids are very motivated. They've had a terrific summer. Our turnout in our summer program was spectacular. I mean, we had over 300 kids, you know, here, you know, most every day, 4 days a week, you know, for 6 weeks. And so that's got to pay off. You know, we've got an unbelievable strength coach that I brought from the college ranks with me from Syracuse. And I mean, that dude has really made a difference, you know, in all of our programs, not just football. So I'm excited, man. I mean, you just never know. You know, this is, you just never know how it's all going to shake out. And you believe, you know, everybody believes right now. Everybody's undefeated and ready to roll. And we'll see. We have a scrimmage next week against Clear Falls, and then Clear Creek, and then we'll open up at Ball High, and then Barbers Hill, and then we're, you know, jump right into district play, you know, with Pasadena Memorial, and then we'll have, you know, the Sharks, and so and then Pearland the week after that. So it's like, it's here, you know, it's time, you know, and we're all ready for it because we've had a really bad taste in our mouth, you know, going home, you know, we're sitting home week 11 when, you know, everybody else is playing, you know, that stinks, man. So we're excited about this year and what this year holds, and think that we can be relevant again.
All right. Well, this has been another edition of the VYPE Coach's Corner here at Manvel High School with Coach Martin. Coach, good luck this year. We'll see you at the games.
Thanks a bunch. Okay.